Pop off right now, Tommy Kahnle.
He's eating some right now.
Did you get some?
What's up, guys? Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got the whole box.
There you go, baby.
Yeah,
gave it all away, but
no way.
No way. I'm eating that. Love it.
Hell yeah. What? Hey, Tommy. By the way, because your boys on this show are always like, yo, Tommy Kahnle in a fight against like anyone, he wins. What do you work out a lot? Like, are you a big weightlifter and all that? Because you know the deal with pitchers always. There's this balance where it's like you can't go too hard. Although not yet released, but we had a conversation with Bronson Arroyo, and he was like a power lifter. I mean, you know about this when he was younger, and he was like, screw all that. You can lift. It's no big deal for pitchers. But your thoughts, Tommy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't lift as heavy as I once did, I guess. I got a little older. My body didn't recover as well these days. So I kind of had to tone down a lot of stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Guys that want to, lift heavy, get after it. I think it's better off, It helps you come into the season. We play a 162-game grind. Like, your body's going to get put through a blender. So I think it's not a bad thing to go out in this offseason and just absolutely get after it and come in. You're usually ready to roll.
Tommy, sorry we interrupted your games of Modern Warfare when you put the headset on. We got you between games. We apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on that.
All right, where are you guys? You guys are in Anaheim, right?
Yeah, we're in Anaheim. Yep.
Okay. Did you see Ohtani's bat flip last night?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? As him being a pitcher.
Great reaction.
No, because this is a legitimate question. Is him being a pitcher, Ohtani, like most pitchers are like anti-bat flip, right? Like you hit it, but he's a pitcher and a hitter. So does he get a special pass at the bat flip because he also is a pitcher?
Yeah, I mean, probably right. But I don't know. I was just a bat flip, That's the thing is like, it gets to the point where he's like he's not staring him down or anything, so he's just watching his homer. So it's usually I get a little tick when you get the look. If you get a look, it's a little different.
Oh, you mean if the hitter bat flips and then looks at the pitcher?
Yeah, that's
and then like, hey, I got you.
Things a little, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
now.
Don't make it about the opponent. Tommy, I'm going back to the question Scott asked you about. Everyone says Tommy Kahnle would kick anyone's ass. I've heard the same thing. We had the scuffle in 18, I believe.
Yep.
And that was the word on the street. Is like, hey, you guys, whatever you do, don't fight Tommy. So aren't you like a black belt or a taekwondo expert or something? Like, but when that was the scuffle, it's like, hey, stay away from Tommy because he'll fucking kill you.
No, I got no background, but like I think there's like I have like a switch that people, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm the crazy one. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Mookie last year about it. He's like, yeah, everybody was like knows like to stay away from you. And obviously we had Judge in right field, and everybody's gonna be like, yeah, I think I'm good on that.
Huge team. Like
yeah.
Judge, Stan, all those guys, right? But like everyone was like, stay away from Tommy. So that's the one thing I took out of that whole incident. It still sticks with me today. Like if I ever run into Tommy, I'm gonna be friendly.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
you got
just that little, a little tick. I guess I got. I don't know.
I love it, man. You gotta have it.
Yeah, that's how I pitch. So shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy. On the other side, Yanks, it's no secret, have been struggling to score runs in the same fashion since Judge has gone down. Yeah. Enter another nice guy. Sean Casey, the mayor, is in the clubhouse, in the dugout now. So take me through, in chronological order, when you saw the news about Dylan Lawson, when you saw the news and believed it about Sean Casey, when he enters the clubhouse for the first time. Like, give me the whole scope. I've known Case for years, friend of mine. I've worked with him for years. Obviously, he's nice as hell. He brings a ton of energy. So give me everything you got on the Case experience right now.
Yeah, so I think it was, what was it? We went home for All-Star break, and I think literally the next morning that they fired Dylan, I believe. And then it had to be within probably a 24-hour period. Then Sean was hired, so it's kind of a whirlwind. We're gone. Everybody's gone. We're not there. We have a firing and a hiring of a new coach. It was pretty wild, and then coming in. I mean, me, for me to see Sean Casey is a little, kind of childhood crush there. I was a big Sean Casey fan growing up, as a kid being a Reds fan. So I was big with, obviously him, Barry Larkin, that whole crew. So to have him come in and, it seems the first couple days he came in and guys were loving it. I mean, he brings a different fire, and we really like it. I think we're attracting to it. Now we just we need him to get settled in with the guys and turn this thing around. I know we've been scuffling a little bit lately, and me myself. I mean, obviously, all of us we're gonna go through a grind at some point. We're gonna have the ups and downs. So I think right now, we got Sean coming in. It's looking good, and I just like how the hitters are reacting to him. So it's I think we're on the verge of the ship turning around.
Tommy, when you met Sean for the first time, did you go up to him and say, "Hi, Sean, I'm Tommy Kahnle. I was a big fan." He's like, "Brother, bro, dude, I love it, bro. I'm so happy that you remember me, bro." And he's like sweating, and his hair's
Always,
everywhere.
yeah,
He's
he's
like,
always sweating. Oh yeah, first day sweating so much. Oh yeah, and he gets up. And he's like, "Oh, bro." I was like shocked. He's like way more kind of energetic than I thought he was gonna be. So it was really cool. I enjoyed it.
And what did the rest of the team say when he enters? And are you seeing him sitting down in front of some video with some of the boys, right? With like Rizzo and some of the others that are looking for offense right now?
Yeah, I mean those guys, they're going up to him. He's giving him whatever he's got. I kind of glance. We don't really we see each other throughout the day. I mean, those guys, they know like how it goes, but essentially a couple times, I see him passing by. He's talking to Riz. He's talking to DJ. He's helping these guys out. They're looking at video, iPad stuff. Getting ready for the game, and I uh, I really like where we're at. I know it's the results aren't where they're at. We would like obviously to be better, but it is what it is right now, and the focus will be today. So we gotta come in. We're gonna win today.
And I'm sure, as they basically always do, the Yanks will be looking to add some pieces, right, and make your team even stronger when we get closer to the deadline. So I'd like to bring up a fan question here from AJ, who's frequently in the
"Weird. Sitting here, and I'm also asking questions."
AJ
Yep.
Early. This is a different AJ. A.J. Who I know is a Chicago fan. He goes, White Sox traded Kahnle, David Robertson, and FT's Todd Frazier to the Yankees for Blake Rutherford and Tito Polo. Neither made it to MLB.
Who?
Stop watching commercials. Blake Rutherford and Tito Polo.
I was trying to get in the chat.
Oh, well, you got to turn your volume off. This is a real show. And then AJ added a little zinger like Rick Hahn is a goof
This is
at the end. Not you, AJ. But anyway, so wanted to ask you, because this is around the time that we'll have you on for trade deadline season, what you remember from that experience, what it's like as a player to be part of a trade like that, but then you're also going to the Yankees, which is a franchise clearly you love. You re-signed with them. Plus, your boy Cashman totally ripped off the White Sox on that deal.
Yeah, that deadline, that was pretty wild. It was my first year kind of finally being able to establish myself and kind of hit the next level. So we were struggling at the time. I think with the White Sox, we might have been, I don't know, 8 to 10 games under 500 at that point. And I know like clubhouse was getting pretty bad at that point. It hits a point where, you're losing and losing and losing, and it's tough to be around. Everybody's trying to find a way out. But moving on, basically, you get all this news. You're watching it. I mean, you see it on TV every day. I got my agent calling me, telling me that it's looking like you're probably going to get traded. I was like, oh wow. I mean, I didn't know what was going on, but it comes down to that day. I think we had a night game, and me. I think it was D Rob came out to the bullpen and was basically like, "Yeah, we're I'm traded. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to pitch. So I was like, what's happening? And then next thing you know, it gets to the 7th. Usually I'm in the game by the 7th or the 8th. The call comes down. It's somebody completely different than what we've been doing. And I was like, whoa, this is next inning. Same thing. I think it was like usually we go with Swarzak at this time. He also didn't pitch. So it started to get real weird. And obviously that's when I started to maybe, realize probably just got traded. So we all come in. They pull in, I think, Todd first. Todd gets traded. He comes out and says, obviously, I just got traded to the Yankees. They obviously it was D-Rob, and then finally they called my name, and I was like, wait, what? And then they come in, Rick's in there. I think Jerry might have been in there, but they give you the news. They're like, yeah, we just traded you. It's kind of like almost like a downer when you're in there. But at the time, like you're doing bad, so like you get traded to the Yankees at the time who were in the playoff race, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like nice. Like can't wait to see how this is. But yeah, you come out and everybody kind of gives you it's like sad to see you go, man. It's tough. But in your head, you're kind of like, wow, this is sick. I'm going to the Yankees. That's what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, I'm going to the Yankees. I'm about to be in a sick playoff race. But yeah,
from the White Sox. No offense, AJ, but
I mean, I love my time in Chicago, but yeah, at that time it was like, yeah, we're not doing great right now, guys.
But I want to go back to this whole thing. Like, first of all, no, I mean, before Brock, I get it. I mean, it's the White Sox. We Scott and everyone bashes them every day.
I don't bash them every day.
Almost every day. But, wait, they didn't tell you during the game, so they made you sit in the bullpen and just didn't pitch you.
Yeah.
And then after the game, they called you in. Yeah. Why didn't they just tell you during the game? And Jerry was. No, there's no way Jerry was in there. Maybe Rick and Kenny. I can't imagine Jerry being in there because Jerry would have been sad. Jerry lives and dies with the team, so he wouldn't have been able to sit in there and watch 3 guys walk out and then get 4 guys, Tito Polo and Blake Rutherford and all these guys that I don't think made it. But
apparently, I got it more to it now. It was Ian Clark and Tito Polo, Blake Rutherford, and Tyler Clippard.
I've heard of Tyler Clippard.
Right, yeah, Clippard's not pitching anymore, and the other 3 are in the minors.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, that's the most White Sox way to do things I've ever heard of. Why would you not just tell them? All right, you guys got traded. Don't even bother going out there.
Go in the clubhouse. Don't they
start packing your shit because you leave tomorrow?
What do they call it? Hug watch.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Usually you see the hugs in the dugout or the bullpen, and they decided to wait and just have things be weird.
It sucks too, man. When dudes get traded, like Brock, you'll back me. Like when guys get traded, it sucks because you don't really know what to say to them. Now there are times where he went from the White Sox to the Yankees, and you're like, damn, I kind of wish I was going with you.
It's an awkward situation.
Sometimes young guys will get traded for a veteran guy, and they go to a shitty team, and you're like, oh man, that sucks for you, dude. But hey, we're happy to have the veteran guy coming in. It's such an awkward time because some guys are happy, some guys are I don't know. Tommy was happy.
Tommy was pumped. That's why it was great.
He was in last place going to first place.
Well, Tommy, here. So to finish AJ's longest question ever, the actual question I have as part of this is, what did you say in that meeting? Did you say, "Oh, hey, I had a feeling when you weren't using me in my spot in the game"?
No, I just was like, I think I literally just gave the, "Oh, cool, all right, thanks, guys, right. Appreciate it all," and that was it. It was literally maybe a minute. I was in there. It was really quick.
And then what? They kind of just after you say bye to the teammates, what's the next thing? Is it an immediate call to the agent? Yo, where am I living? When do I need to be there? What's my flight situation? Or does everyone just kind of handle all of that for you pretty easily?
Yeah, the first thing was just trying to get a bag packed at that point. You're just pack your baseball stuff. Then you me, Todd, and D-Rob were trying to figure out we went to the travel guy, get us a car for the morning because we had to play a day game in Minnesota the next day. It was 12 o'clock game, and it's probably 11:30 right now, and we get back. I get back to my apartment, quickly pack a suitcase. It's probably 2:30. Next thing you know, our flight, I think it was out. I had to be up at 6, maybe. I don't even remember. Something crazy like that. Get to Minnesota. I think we get there as soon as the game starts, I head out to the bullpen in like the third or the fourth. Next thing you know, I'm in the game. It was like the sixth inning. So
Pitching for the Yankees.
there it was. Yeah, that was my debut with the Yankees.
You're like, hell yeah,
Unreal.
Yankees are going to use me in my spot.
Yeah,
Dude,
great.
the trade is weird. The trade deadline's weird, man. You remember the clip from last year of Christian Vasquez? Red Sox were playing in Houston, and he was doing an interview pregame, and one of the reporters asked him what he thought about being traded, and he was like, "Huh? Like, what are you talking about?" And he was traded to the Astros right across the way. So just went in the clubhouse, packed his stuff, and walked over.
By the way, I love your shirt, Tommy.
It's unbelievable. Thank you. I'm trying to get this rolling here. You know, the old
bring it
for
back.
life.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the weirdest trade deadline I ever saw was when we had Jim Tomey,
Mhm.
the White Sox, and they were trying to trade him to the Dodgers. And this was when it was a midnight deadline, and he had full no trade. So we're sitting in the Metro dump, and he's in the hot tub after the game, and me, Canerco, I think Jermaine was there. Like the four of us were sitting around, and he's on the phone. He's like, "Well, they just said they could trade me to LA. It's like 11:45." He's like, "I have 10 minutes to decide."
Because he had no trade, full no trade.
Yeah, and he's like, what do I do, guys? And we're like, you fucking go. We suck. Like, they're in the race. Like, go. And he's like, are you sure? But I live in Chicago. Like, I love it. I'm like, dude, you fucking go, bro.
That's really nice that he consulted with his
Yeah,
friends.
it was great. But we're like, no, if it was us, we'd all be.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Damn. All right. Anyway, let me move on to a player that's actually on your team. Aaron Judge
All right.
watch. Okay. So give us the doctor's report, like I know you can do. But seriously, I mean, last combo you've had, I mean, I know he's been around the ball club. So,
Yeah.
how's his mental state going through an injury at a time when obviously he just signed a big deal in the offseason too? He's coming off the best season of his life. He wants nothing but to be on the field. And here's the kicker for me. It's so dumb that they didn't have that every major league park doesn't have padding. And some people are like, oh, well, it never had happened before. Who cares? It doesn't cost that much to have padding. Like, there should be no spot like that where you can smash your toe and break it. It's stupid.
Yeah, I mean that whole play was just crazy. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I remember sitting in the bullpen watching him coming. I'm like, he's not stopping. There is no shot he's stopping right now. Just looking at the ball, looking at the ball, him, and yeah, and then of course. But Judge, he's been great, man. I mean, I've been around him, for what, 5 years now, 5 seasons. So, but a few of those seasons he was hurt, and his demeanor never changes, man. He gets an injury and he basically gets down to it, and he's trying everything he can to get back to playing as quickly as possible. So just watching him, these past, what, it's been like a month, maybe a month and a half now. I can't. The times, I don't know, but he looks pretty good. And I mean, he's moving around BP wise. I don't know. I don't try to ask him too much. How you feeling? He gives you the good, obviously. But watching him, I think he looks good. I mean, if he feels good, I know he's gonna go. So it's definitely gonna come down to his decision, I feel, and obviously a little bit input from the training staff. But I think, I mean, obviously we would love to have him back in the lineup. That's it's a huge gain for us, and just overall, I think he's dealing with it pretty good. I think he looks good. To be honest, I watched him in the outfield throw. I watched him hit. I watched him do everything so far. So I don't know where the overall pain is right now, but I think he's looking pretty good. And I don't know what the timeline is right now, but I'm hoping. Obviously, we're all hoping sooner than later.
How would you describe the captain's personality in the clubhouse in general? And then how would you describe it right now? Like, does he talk a little bit less because he's just trying to do his thing and then reemerge? And this is how it is for some guys where if they're hurt, they might be the same exact dude, or they might just try and be like, I feel awkward because I want to be playing. So I'm just going to kind of be a little quieter. And then once I can put the uniform back on and be on the field, I'll be different.
Yeah, I think he may be a little like less like talkative, but in like a sense of, I guess, like I know what you're getting at, like because he's not actually playing. Like, I mean, a little bit, but he's still, going around picking everybody up, seeing how everybody's doing. So he's still being our captain, our leader, and he's been great. I mean, he really goes and checks in on everybody, how they're doing, stuff like that. So I think maybe just a little bit, in terms of maybe like a group thing, like getting in front of us and kind of giving us quick speech here and there. It hasn't been, he's not, it's been there, but I wouldn't say it's like as much as usual, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I don't even notice it. To be honest, I don't know.
Tommy,
I'm so out there when I'm in the clubhouse. I'm just all over the place.
Tommy, Herman's pitching tonight. Not long ago, he did something pretty special. He threw that perfect game. What point were you sitting in the bullpen just going, "Oh, I'm just going to take tonight off. This guy's going to get all 27 tonight. I'm not going to have to do shit."
To be honest, probably not until like the 8th. I mean, looking up at the scoreboard, you're like, "Oh man, they want to call down here for the bullpen." But
I love you
yeah,
guys.
I mean, shit. I got out there, so I was out in the bullpen. And then around the 5th, I looked up. I go, "There's no hits." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." All right, next inning goes by. I'm like, "Damn, still no hits." Obviously, keeps going. I mean, we're in the 8th, and I'm like, I'm looking at the lineup. And I'm going, I don't know if he walked a guy, hit a guy. I have no idea if this is literally a perfect game or a no hitter. Had no clue. So the 9th goes by. He gets to the last out, and I'm running in going, I have no idea what this was, whether it was a perfect game or no hitter. So I run it in. I'm going, oh shit, I have no idea. We're all celebrating. It gets over with. He kind of goes. I find Hark, and I go, Hark, is that a perfect game? He goes, yeah. I was like, oh, all right, sick. That's how I found out it was perfect.
That's great.
I had to literally find out after the fact. What are you gonna do?
Either way, worth the celebration. Were other
100%.
teammates unaware too? Just being like, ah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Celebrate.
Yeah. There was a couple guys that didn't know. Like we didn't know whether it was a no hitter or if it was a perfect game. You just you knew because you didn't know because, but like obviously it was at the 9 hitter, so you're like, that's 27 outs. Like shit, is this a perfect game? Because literally nobody could remember if he had like a walk and then a double play or something.
Hey, that just goes to show you how much they pay attention out there in the bullpen.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man,
I've always wanted to just go out there and sit. I've always just wanted to go out there and sit in the bullpen for a game and just shoot the shit and see what it's like.
You still can, Brock.
I might do it.
Brock, it would drive you crazy because they're talking about stuff. Tommy will tell you, they're talking about all kinds of stuff. As a catcher, we had to go out there and catch bullpens when you weren't starting. So you'd be out there and they'd have their own conversation. You're like, are you talking a different language? And they're flicking seeds. Oh, we got a pitch. Oh, let's go. They start getting all their shit on them.
Oh yeah,
Different breed.
that's 100% what it is. Just we're kind of paying attention, also just talking, shooting the shit, doing all this stuff, and then next thing you know, wham, we got to go. It's pretty much what it is.
Is there like an answer man in the bullpen, like where you could say, hey, I mean, I guess not because you didn't know, but like, hey, what's going on? Like, is there a perfecto going on right now? Or who's like the go-to scouting report person, whatever it is? Like the Yanks are, they put a lot of resources into their whole staff, pretty analytically inclined. So is there somebody out there who's like delivering all the goods?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got Hark, our bullpen coach Harks out there. He's the one obviously definitely locked into the game. Like our go-to bullpen guy that's locked into the game. Let me think here. Usually, King. I go to King. I'll just like turn to King, be like, King, what just happened? He'll rattle it off. It's my guy in the go-to in the bullpen. Because there's a lot of times Hark will yell down to me, like he'll yell, Tommy, what's the count? And I'll go, shit, I have no idea.
And you don't have to know the damn count. He's just trying to make sure you're paying attention.
Exactly.
What is this, a pop quiz? You're a veteran. You don't need this shit. What, you don't like how I pitch? Like, I don't know. Mine looks pretty good to me, Tommy.
Now, Tommy's like, I'm going in the 6th or 7th inning, and it's only the 3rd. Why do I care what's
happening? Whatever. And also, King's got it.
Yeah, exactly. Hark's been doing that to me since I was like first time in big league camp. Unreal.
So is King sitting there like a little more seriously? Like, is he sitting there like really eyes on the game the whole time and not having the side combos as much?
I wouldn't say so, but he's definitely the one that I feel like is most, like locked in on the game. I try to do less, I guess, and try to save all my whatever focus I have for when I go in.
I like it.
One other
Yeah.
distraction that some fans have questions about, Yankees 96 fan here said, Tommy, how is the Immaculate Grid going? Have you played?
Oh yeah, it's an everyday thing. My we're going. So the way we got everybody in the team's playing it now. This thing is taking off. Obviously, We're trying to get like the lowest rarity score. So I think it's like the culmination of all the percentages that you get.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, oh no, somebody Efros has our best. I had it for a little bit. I had like a rarity of 8 one day, and Efros got 1. I don't know how he did it. Couldn't
One
tell you. Yeah,
Holy
1.
shit.
without cheating.
That's got to be. Yeah,
That's got to be like the all-time record.
that's the thing. Is honor system can't be looking it up and putting it in. And be like, I got it. It's not the thing.
So
So,
throw
yesterday I
some
went
names
8
out
for
there.
9. Yesterday,
Wow.
8. So I didn't get. I missed. I want to say I missed the Astro. I forgot what it was. It was like Astros and Nationals, maybe. I missed that one yesterday. I don't know what I was doing. Or no, maybe it was the Yankees Silver Slugger. I can't, and that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad when you play for the Yankees.
That's your squad, man.
I think that was it. I tried to get cute. I find myself trying to get cute in these trying to find that that low percentage, that 0.03 or something like that. We've gotten Hark a couple times, and he's like a 0.03. It's good stuff. I haven't looked at today's yet, so I don't know what it looks like.
Okay, but just give me a few names, and we'll quiz you next time we have you on. But like, give me a name recently that you were like, fuck yes, like you thought of it. It was a low score.
Actually, yesterday, a catcher I played with Charlotte back with the White Sox, Vinny Rotino. He was Marlins and Brewers.
We've had him on.
Vinny Rotino, yeah.
He was on Brew.
By the way, you can always use Eric Kraft. You can always use Edwin Jackson. You can use Octavio Dotel.
Our best the other day was
Dotel.
Dotel. We did one on the show the other day. Yanhervis Solarte.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
It was on for that one, Brock.
Yeah, it was a Padres. It was a Padres
Yankee
Blue Jays, I think.
Yankees guy. He was a Yankees guy.
Yeah, that was a good one for me.
Yanhervis. Yeah, I remember Yanhervis Solarte.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was, one
something?
of the, yeah. We were on.
Dude, but 1. There's no way a 1. A 1.
Solarte, you think?
No.
Total.
Got 1 for a total.
I know. Nah, I need to see that.
I'm gonna have to see that grid.
He's gonna need to start posting his board so we can believe what he's doing here. Okay.
Tommy, hold on.
He's gotta go.
I know. No. Are you still Madden champ with your headset and your microphone?
Oh yeah, come on now.
Okay.
It's a no-brainer.
Okay.
When we get closer to football season, we'll run through all the cheat codes.
Okay.
Love that. Yes.
Tommy, have fun, man. Good catching up with you, dude.
Appreciate it, guys. Always great being on here.
Yeah, love it.
Thanks.